5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the I Might Get Canceled podcast. Right. It's giving iCarly. All right. Today we are talking about working
Why
out.
do you have your weight?
I know.
Why do you have a weight? Anyway, I might get canceled. Yes. Welcome to another episode of I Might Get Canceled. Today, this is the most laid back y'all will probably ever see me because
No, it's not.
I'm doing it with somebody who I talk to like every day. So, yeah, she bringing me out my shell a little bit. I joined with Pino and Water because she's a fit chick, kind of like myself. Anyway, look, I ain't even gonna play with y'all today and pretend and put on. This is gonna be an interview where my friend actually asked me the questions today because she feels like, quite frankly, I don't talk about myself enough. So let's do it. I'm ready when you are.
Welcome everybody to the I Might Get Canceled podcast featuring Miss Deja Washington. And honestly, we're really doing this because she hasn't said what she wants to say. And I want her to get canceled. Honestly. If she might get canceled, let's be controversial, all right? Because Deja, I feel like everyone knows that you've been into sports and like that's what we know you for on campus, but you don't talk about it. Why we haven't we heard about it?
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Today, I do plan to not hold back and filter myself. So let me have it.
All right. So my first question, sorry, my nose. All right.
This is weird. I feel like I'm in the hot seat. Oh my God.
You are.
Okay.
All right. I need you to tell us like the background because I know when you came to me with the idea, like this is nothing new to you. So why start this now? Why is it different than what you've done when you're in college, when you've been working in your sports? Like, where is your career now?
Okay. That was like 3 questions, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna try to
Three
attack each
answers.
one. Where's my career at now? So I'm teaching, but I absolutely hate teaching. And it is temporary. And I always knew this was a stepping stone to get me where I needed to be. At my last job, my last 2 jobs, but really my last one, I actually was a female football coach on staff and on paper. But I really was like, the team's media coordinator and whatnot. I kind of handled all of those endeavors. I was the football account and page. I did a lot of media for different teams at the school, but that's kind of my expertise. I film, I shoot, I edit, I make it hype, I make it look good so the boys can have something to kind of put on their pages and stuff like that. That's really what I like to do that for people. So that's one of my gifts. The other gift obviously is speaking, but not just running my mouth, but more so like storytelling, asking the right questions, getting people's thoughts and ideas on things and sharing it with the world, like the side of these people that we don't get to see every day. That
Mm.
is what I do. Okay.
So, what's your background in sports, though?
My background in sports, well, first of all, I like sports because I just came from a sports loving household. But outside of that, I developed my own interest and heart for it once I got to college and realized I can't live without this feeling. I need this. Like, I used to be working for football first with just doing their film. Y'all already know if you play football, start, stop, and uploading the film to Huddle. And then I also helped out with baseball a little bit. I did different things for every team, but with basketball, it was more so the coach at the time, he came and got me. He was like, look, we need you over here. We need a director of basketball operations. And that's what I went and did. but it was a lot of operational things, obviously. Just know I have dabbled and dabbled in a lot of things and gotten my feet wet. So once I graduated from college, I got my first opportunity to work for a professional sports team, the Saints and the Pelicans. I am speaking on it today.
Yes, that's what I was waiting for you to get. I was trying not to interrupt, and I was gonna wait till you got there. But they just tell this is what we want to know. Tell us
Okay.
the key, how you got in this position, the pros and cons, because I feel like people don't understand how to get in the industry and what it actually takes, and like the stuff that comes with it. But
Right.
tell
Okay. So I'm glad you said that. Basically, the truth is, as a woman and a black one, working in sports is cutthroat. I'm going to just put it like that. The opportunities are very limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have room for everybody. And as a woman and a black one, you have to go out there and make room for yourself and go put yourself in these positions. Hence why I decided, I'm a new mom. My baby is 1 year old and I don't have as much time on my hands as I did before, and I have more responsibilities now. So I decided I'm going to make my own platform. I'm going to do my own thing for the time being. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I still have dreams and aspirations when it comes to working in sports. I do want to level up my life, but for now, I figured let me be doing something in this time and making sure I'm keeping at my craft and continuing to do what I say I love doing. You know?
yes, but honey, we want the tea. You didn't. I
Okay.
want to know what made you go, what made you stay for the time you did, and why you left.
Uh,
Give it to us.
Okay.
You're talking to me. You're not talking to anyone else. I need the tea.
Okay. So what happened with the Saints and the Pelicans was I'm gonna start off by saying I really enjoyed working for them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
give us
Okay.
the full story, like how you got there, like the beginning, middle, end.
So in the time of COVID, this was when we graduated in 2020.
Yeah.
We were on LinkedIn a lot because that was our graduation year and all of us were getting ready to transition into the workforce. So I was on LinkedIn every single day. And I happened to see a black woman post that, they were hiring for inside sales with the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans, their franchises together. So everything's a package deal. So yeah, I just applied. Did I think I was gonna get it? I don't want to say no and I don't want to say yes. I just applied or whatever. I was like, yeah, let me put myself out there like I'm used to doing. And I ended up making it through 5 interviews, 5 rounds of interviews, and it went well. I ended up getting that position. Don't get me wrong, I was elated.
Five
I was super
rounds
excited.
during COVID is ridiculous. Five after 5 rounds, after the second round, babe, do I have the job or not? You want to employ you or you don't? Okay.
See, that's the thing though. Think about how serious that position has to be for it to be 5 rounds of interviews to get it. You get what I'm saying? Like they really don't pick a lot of people. So out of probably 400 candidates, I made the top, what did they bring in? 13, 12. Like you got to be really good at this stuff to get those positions. And normally you have to know somebody. In this particular situation, I didn't know nobody. I just worked my way up with them interviews. I'm very charming. So I was impressing them each one. They were like, okay,
So
all right, we're
tell
going to.
me, you talked about being like there's not many black women there. What was the diversity like when you walked in there?
So for honestly, the Saints and the Pelicans, that's a pretty diverse organization. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see a lot of executives that are black and stuff. Like my manager was black, a black woman at that, and so that's what immediately drew me in. I'm like, oh my god, a black woman? Okay, let me just try. And I don't want to say that had an effect on me getting the position or anything, but I don't know. I think we just kind of related.
Were you the
But
only black person?
so no, I came in. My inside sales class came in with another black boy and another black girl, and it was the three of us black people. So we used to be in our own little group chat. But I also, I also developed like a close relationship with some of the other people that were there. Like I don't know if I should name drop, but she wouldn't care. But my friend Megan, she's white, but me and her from that job, we became so close. Like she's like an auntie to my baby. But anyway, back to the point.
Not too much. Not too.
Okay, working for this company was cool. Um, it was a good experience. I'll say that. They have a lot of culture with the Saints and Pelicans. It's in New Orleans, and New Orleans is a very like carefree city. But what I was doing, baby, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Everybody is not a good natural salesman. I might be good at talking, but I am not good at asking and begging. And that's what they wanted us to do. The position was basically like begging for people's money so that they can get season tickets. You know what I'm saying? Buy
Yeah.
suites, buy packages,
I
make these
think,
commitments.
and low key, I feel like I've seen a lot of jobs, especially within the athletic and sports industry, where they butter up these titles, and then it's like, oh, like jumping into working into this field, but it's like you got to start at a certain level, and I don't
At the
think
bottom.
they don't tell you how intense and how crazy they be selling them things. Like I've seen several the same job for what the Texans and the Astros on repeat, because baby, you're not looking for a social media manager. You're looking for someone to sell them tickets. Hmm.
Yeah. And literally a lot of people like myself, because I was young at a time, those are literally just our entry level positions. They get your
Yeah,
foot in the door. And I went in under the impression like, okay, it's doing sales and I don't really like sales, but hopefully I can move up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling
yeah,
myself until I got there and realized it's a little bit harder to move up than you thought because they want people who are excelling at their current role. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't performing. I was not performing. Like, I'm not ashamed to say it because I already told y'all I'm not a beggar. Like, I can't sit up there and beg people that I'm in the hospital and they just cut my leg off. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but is you gonna get these tickets? They don't sell. Like, I can't do that. So eventually I just they basically they was getting on my ass about it and I was just like, I'm trying, doing the best I can, knowing good and well I wasn't. Until I knew it was coming. My time was coming to an end. But the thing is, it wasn't just like my time there ended. I did try to move on to the the media side of things. I tried to move over. I built those connections. I built those relationships because we used to have a lot of team outings with people in the company and we would
yeah,
all be in the same vicinity, but I just didn't. They didn't have anything open. Like I said, these positions are hard to get. You know what I'm saying? You really got to know somebody and they got to be waiting for something to open up for you, and it didn't work out like that and I had bills to pay, so I just ended up teaching. So
yes. But also, now let's talk about your background, and like you went over it, but you kind of like, you kind of brushed it off. No, when she talked, like when you're talking about your film, and that like when I say she's not just taking pictures, Honey was actually on the field. Please go into depth about that. There's a lot of people, like, educate me on that, because I know you just went out with your camera and got that and like whatever, but when I saw the actual foot feedback, and I was like, no, she's up and down them fields, okay.
okay, so yes, I was pregnant last season, or last year when I had this job. And I didn't expect to be pregnant at the time of me actually working this job, but things happened and I was. And so I'm gonna show y'all where I used to be at, posted up. Yeah,
Oh,
big belly and all.
my Shayla.
Like I was 6 months pregnant. My Shayla,
And like,
6 months
when
pregnant,
you're
belly
not,
big, face big.
y'all aren't seeing the football coach right now. You're saying she's cute, she's lovely. Baby was on every Friday. She was out there, and they, what was the football schedule like? That was like the
No,
football
literally,
schedule.
it was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. For me to be like a pregnant woman, and this is what I'm really not gonna hold back on. how inhumane it was for me being a football coach at this time, working for somebody who was just what's I don't even have a word for
Oh,
him.
that was great. Let's tell us the story about that.
So yeah, I was working for this one coach. I went from a situation that wasn't so sweet to what I thought was gonna be like a much sweeter
Okay,
situation.
pause. Pause. I might get canceled, so I don't sugarcoat. Tell what you don't even live here. Tell what, who, what exactly happened. You not don't beat around the bush. Tell what happened and how, like,
Okay.
this is your story of how they treat women in this industry. You're a football coach. Mind you, every man wants to be a football coach in Texas. You got that job and tell them how they treated you.
Okay. This Capricorn is bossy. Okay, she's gonna boss me to it. She's gonna bully me to it, but it's okay. I'm gonna say it because I was gonna do that anyway. But yeah, I used to do film for this little 7-on-7 football league for the youth. I knew a guy who knew a coach who was going to this new high school. Well, not new high school, a different high school in the district as a head coach this year. He was bringing in an all black staff. So it was a really big deal. So they were at the 7-on-7 trying to recruit me like, yeah, it's going to be us next year. What you say? What you thinking? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, if I have enough reason to leave the current school I'm at, then I'll do it. So I went through a lot of BS with the coaching position at that one high school, which is what ultimately led me to be like, I'm out. Cause I don't like nobody playing in my face. And I feel like
Yeah,
at that job they
so
was playing.
the T for me is because you're gonna hopefully attract different audiences, and Texas is big football. You can name drop districts.
That's okay. I was in
Well, we can tell which district is better from experiences.
Spring ISD and I went to Aldine ISD where the athletics are not exactly up to par like they are in spring. So the coach, his name was we call him Coach C. And Coach C came off to me to be like extremely sweet and extremely nice at first. But things just kind of went downhill during the year. I know I'm brushing over it, but there's certain things that I don't want to get too in detail on for
Because
different
you might
reasons.
get canceled.
No, it ain't even about canceling. It's about having folks in my business. But I, well, I ain't gonna have them in my business, but I speak freely. But yeah, like he appears to be really nice and really cool. But there were a lot of things going on during the year. Like I felt like at one point I was brought in just to be an assistant. You know what I'm saying? And not brought in for my work and my craft. And the reason I say this is because he was trying to dim my light. He was trying to take the credit from me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure I didn't get any accolades. And I didn't like that because I feel like I work like really hard, damn hard. Does that make sense? Yeah, I be working hard and I put a lot into my craft. I'm on the sideline running up and down, carrying my camera. I'm running like they running because I care that much about getting this play. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm locked in, I'm focused, I'm focused, I'm focused. Like I'm serious about it. And so everybody around can see that. They giving me my props. Wow, you doing this while pregnant? Wow. But having us there every single day of the week, sometimes not leaving till 7, crazy.
So what were the
Crazy.
hours?
Then my
What were the hours?
that was the hours. I'm telling you. So like sometimes we would leave at 7, sometimes we would leave at 6, sometimes
No, like
6:30. Like every day
literally
was
what
different.
time you got there. So
You ain't letting me get to it, Capricorn. I was finna tell you.
okay.
So sometimes I used to run late sometimes, but I lived 30 minutes from work. I would come in, he would want to call a random meeting in the morning. For what? Why are we having morning meetings and we're teachers
Before
first?
school?
And if you walk in late, you get wrote up. If you walk in late, you owe $20 to the jar. It's always it's always something. It's stuff just adding up. And he constantly taking my little $20. And I'm like, you know what? Somebody got the game messed up for real. Cause life happens. Okay, I'll be at a light that lasts a little longer. But you know what? I'm not making excuses because I get that in the workplace. You just got to show up. You can't have excuses. And I understood that to an extent, but it was when he started to get disrespectful with me is when I started to be like, you know what? I ain't putting up with this. And I ain't afraid to tell nobody that. Being the only woman in a male space, I had to defend myself and stand on all 10 of my toes. I had to. I had to. Sue me. But yeah, I used to go toe to toe with him like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said. You said what you said, and I said what the fuck. Sorry, what I said. And like I stand on that. I'm really big on you're not gonna disrespect me, you're not gonna embarrass me. And I felt like it was so much of that going on. And me being a woman, nobody really cared about. Are you tired? Is your back hurting? You've been on your feet all day. 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Friday nights, Friday night lights, football games, 6 a.m. to 11, 11:30 p.m. because I had to drive back home by myself. You know what I'm saying? In the dark, go up the stairs carrying all these bags by myself in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah,
hectic. There used to be nights I would come home, pregnant belly and all, I would lay on the floor and just sleep. Lay on the floor and sleep like that because I know I'm sweaty, I'm funky, I'm hot, I'm tired. So I would just lay on the floor. That's how exhausted I was.
to give people more context of how men could try to like belittle women when they feel intimidated. Can you like tell the story about like the cooking situation and what they brought and what they expected you to bring?
Mm. So every Sunday, we would do these things like a little family dinner. And we would have it in one of the rooms back there in the athletic hall, and we would eat. Everybody would, we would eat together, and we would also get the plays together for that upcoming week, whoever we was playing. And when it was my week coming up, everybody kept suggesting that I cook and that I throw down and make this big old.
What the men bring?
The man was like, order stuff, Popeyes. Popeyes. I'm gonna bring us some. Now, some men they was on the grill, they was cooking, but mind you, I was pregnant and I was by myself. I didn't go home to help. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
a
why
grill.
would I go home and slave for y'all? I like y'all, but that's a lot, and y'all not my man. Y'all not my man. So why
Why
would I?
at home? Why do you need a home cooked meal? That's the
From me? Why do you need it from me? I just work here like the rest of y'all. I wanted to bring y'all something that I ordered, like everybody else. Like that's a double standard. Everybody wanted me to cook. They kept saying, "What you gonna cook, Washington?" Nothing. I'm not cooking. I'm
McDonald's.
not cooking. But yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not cooking. So, but that's what they will expect. Like oftentimes they want you to do all the housework. You
Yeah,
know,
giving
Washington, can you go
me.
drive here and can you pick up these t-shirts? Washington, can you finish my training for me? Washington, can you do this? Can you do that? The stuff that I was being asked, I was like, assistant or football coach? Put a name on it. Put a name on it. Because when I was hired, it was one thing. You get what I'm saying? Now it's another thing. Girl, yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, it'll
There,
take
there was like so many instances that I can't detail every single one because it was so many things that happened. Like I went through a year from hell. And it didn't get much better at home. It was hell at work, hell at home. So yeah,
yeah,
that's why I am how I am now. That's why I decided I'm gonna make my own platform because I'm tired of working for people. I am.
yeah. I'm tired of being like
So,
filtered and like you can only do this versus everything else you have experience with. So
right.
I feel like that's why I wanted to come in because I want you to tell that and tell
Yeah.
why you're here versus why you like other things didn't work out just because like that didn't allow you to express what your true passion is. And it's just simple as that.
Right. I feel like a lot of jobs they put you in a box. Like There's things you can't speak on. There's things you can't do. And I'm at the age now in my life and the point in my life where I'm tired of being so freaking limited. We're in the era where everybody is finding other ways to make money, other stuff that's lucrative where they don't have to do with 9 to 5. This is my way out of 9 to 5. And yeah, it might not blow right now, but I know in a couple years it probably will. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm simply just trying to set myself up, whether it hits or not, whether people support or don't, or listen or not. I'm gonna be doing this, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I want to do. Literally, so.
And so, like, I know you've had a couple episodes drop now. So you've been I know you've been working and talking to people in the sports industry and actually playing sports and playing professional basketball as well. So tell me, what was your motivation behind bringing those specific people in?
Well, I just been telling myself I want to keep it interesting. I don't want the show to ever reach a flat line or get boring or like lose people to lose interest. I want to keep people coming back for more. I want them to see what it is that we talk about on here and be interested in it. I don't know. Like every single person was thought out. I had to, and I didn't go, well, let me get a track runner, a basketball player, this and that. This was me using connects that I already had. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally using my resources for this project of mine. These are people that I know and talk to personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not reaching out to no heavy hitters yet.
Yeah,
Not
so
yet. Everybody's a heavy hitter, by the way. All my people is heavy hitters, but I ain't reaching out to you know,
remind
I
me,
ain't
who
reaching.
was the guy on your last podcast?
That was Will London. He's an Olympian.
Okay. Definitely. So there's definitely like inspiration as to why you're bringing these people in. All right.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Hmm. I guess I'm gonna use one of your questions. So the end goal. What is the end goal, if there is one, for this podcast?
Well, for this podcast, I just want to tell as many people's stories as possible. I want to share as many insightful things as possible. Basically, the things that people want to know that they're curious about, but they can't get in touch with these people to ask them these things. I'm bringing it to this platform so that we can do it here. So I wouldn't even say there's an end goal because I'm just having fun. Like I'm just doing what I enjoy, what truly brings me happiness. And
Yeah.
it's a weird thing to say, but working in sports really does bring me happiness because it's so damn exciting. Like everything that surrounds it is hype, it's turn, it's action. It's exciting and it's exhilarating for me. And so that's why I want to work in sports. I don't care about nothing else when it pertains to it. I like the excitement that surrounds sports. I want to work in something that gets me excited. Do you think being a teacher excites me? Girl, it stresses me out.
Okay. Because I don't feel like this
It makes me have
episode
to
has to be long, but I just wanted to make sure everyone knows who they're talking to. And I want to
right.
I want to brag on Deja because she's not going to do it and she's not going to tell you that she's doing it. She's just going to go out and do it. But just know that she's going to be
Results.
working hard. All right. When Deja came to me with this idea, just an idea, when she already had the logo, the Instagram already set up, and she's like, "Oh, I really want to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, like I'll help you. I'll do whatever you need me to do." Like literally that was like what, Christmas? Less than a month later, she's already had 3 episodes. Like she already got people lined up. She's like, all right, I'm gonna ask her. Like it's going to happen. All right. And
Yeah.
the longer you stay tuned, like the more interesting it's gonna get. She definitely has segments
Yeah.
coming soon. And this is for, honestly, I feel like this is for the girls too, just because Deja, you gotta let us know like what's going on in like the sports and stuff. Cause we don't know. And like you the only person I know that like when we would go to a Super Bowl party, like you're watching the game, baby. I'm at the chicken. I'm where the chicken's at.
I
You're
be into
Deja is literally one of the bros when it comes to sports. She's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching right now? And like
she said my
that
girl went for the
the
game.
type of person she is. And hopefully, like, in the future, she could let the girls in on what's going on. And maybe, like, that would, like, help us, if I have a man, like, he want to know about sports, I'm like, let me call Deja so I can, like, talk about sports with you because I really don't know. So this is where
I'm
the
screaming.
girls
I'm
need to come.
100% for the girl.
Deja's about to educate us. Like, I know what touchdowns and fumbles is,
And
and you know,
fumbles. No, like I'm really for the girls. I am for the girls. I'm a part of the reason I'm even starting this podcast is to give the girls something to listen to as well. Because I am a woman, you know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from a woman's point of view and perspective, and I know it's relatable. It would be different if I was a man sitting up here doing this, but I'm a girl, I'm one of y'all. So it's like I do have a little bit of intel. I do have a little bit of, info. So I'm gonna
okay,
make sure I use this platform.
let's play a game. I'm
Okay.
looking this up right now. Okay, I want you to relate, like, it doesn't have to be like football, but like a sports term, and like relate it so like the girls could understand. Is that like crazy? I don't know. Um,
No, I get it. I get it. Hold on, but that's hard. I got you.
I feel like an easy
Okay.
one
Let me think.
is like fumble. But like I feel like that's easy, even though like I don't know the technical. I feel like a fumble is like just when you drop the ball, right?
Like when you're a good woman and that man do something stupid to make you stop messing with him.
And like
Fumble.
he dropped the ball on the field. You're the ball. He dropped you, and now you're on the other team. You're for the other team now.
And now I'm talking to the friends. Let me
I
stop.
know.
I'm just kidding.
Now I'm talking to the other team who's actually winning. Okay.
Right. The
I
other
was
team,
like,
he got more money, he got a nicer
I
car and a bigger.
know he got a bigger contract.
No, but I got you. Let's one.
Field goal.
That's a hard one. Field goal is when when they kick, they go to kick for the 3 points.
Yeah, that's what at Tuskegee. That's where all like the white guys. That's the only thing they did.
Don't be doing my boys Ryan
I
and
might
Arnett.
be
I love
canceled,
Ryan and Arnett and Johnny.
but okay, I'll save my comment for later.
I love them though. The
Yeah,
kickers at Ski was like none you
I
ever
want
met
Dave
before.
to get
They was the
canceled,
coolest. They
but what's his name? Isn't Johnny the one that lost a lot of weight?
did
The one that you didn't recognize when you saw him? Did he get?
because he
Did he get
looked
married?
like not yet. No, he didn't get married. But he when I saw him, he looked like a slim black guy. Because
Hey,
I'm
that's
telling you,
what
to get
that
in that gym,
HBCU would do to you.
it will do that to you. When you get in that gym, it's gonna change your life for real. Like you're gonna be unrecognizable. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I stay on my fitness
Okay, so
because I'm
does he
trying to
have
be
a
like
girlfriend?
he does.
Okay, Johnny, if it doesn't work
I'm gonna send him this podcast.
out, post
She
it.
said, just being honest.
Is she black?
No.
Okay, Johnny.
He been her since before he came to Ski.
You did not learn a darn thing.
It's okay. He's happy. That's all that matters. You done bullied me into telling him my business. It's okay. It's okay.
I know. That's the thing. You don't want to tell your business, but that's what us nosy folks want. And that's where the view's gonna come in. No one's gonna watch when you beat around the bush. Like on TikTok, if they beating around the bush, boop, or I go to the comments, boop, summary. Tell me if she actually spills the tea. But I feel like
Right.
you don't have anything to lose. I feel like
I
you
don't.
don't want people in your business, but this it's not like we asking you who came over. We're just asking you about the things that you've already done. And I feel like this could be a lesson for anyone else who's watching. Like, let's say people want to get into, like, a lot of people and guys will move to Texas just to play big football at these high schools. But like, and even women wanting to do media and of all the, like, the type of videos that you've been doing, like, that's like a lesson, or that could be something people could bond over is experiences. So when you tell your experiences, you're not the only person that has happened to. You're not the only woman that has happened to. So if you're able to say it, then other people can come forth and say, yeah, that happened to me too. He had me fucked up too. And even, honey, let another woman step on his team and have the same experience. She gonna be under your comments like, yeah, that happened to me too, and then he gonna see his karma coming real soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, literally. And I don't think he'll ever have another woman working for him, more than likely, because of
Yeah,
his experience with me. And that's fine.
but also
I
the
don't care.
discrimination of, clearly you were overqualified and overworked for the wrong job. That's
It
what he
was.
like.
He
He
stood
wanted
up
a
there.
woman
So
there to be a maid. Didn't want a woman there to grind. He wanted a woman
exactly.
to cook. Baby, you have a girlfriend at home.
And I was a woman on my own mission at the time, and I just felt like
Yeah.
he was trying so hard to turn people against me, to keep me from being as great as I could have been. He wasn't putting me in positions to win, and I'm used to men in my life trying to put me in positions to win. So I felt taken aback by that. Like, damn, like you shitting on me right now? Like, you trying to stop my bag? Why? You trying to keep me from getting recognition? Why? Now, mind you, I wasn't the perfect person working there. I could have bit my tongue a little bit in certain settings. You know what I'm saying? I could have been slow to anger a little bit, but I was also pregnant.
But also I feel like that's the I don't know, that's the environment, like, especially like men in football, like, it's unfiltered. I just think it was because you're a woman, they felt disrespected from what you're saying. But these, like, from the stories I've heard about the conversations in the football locker room in Tuskegee, they were all over the place, like downright dirty. All right, in that locker room. Anybody can get these words, okay? And I'm like, "Oh my god," but, like, all the
Yes.
players are like, "Man, that's normal." Like, we love being,
It
like,
really be like it though.
talking crazy, and that's the
It
thing,
really be like
you met your match, and that's fine, but they've experienced it, and they're not gonna experience it again. So,
exactly. And that's why I'm like, it's cool. However you choose to move after me, that's okay. Cause I was here and I was the first and I made my presence known. And one thing I'll never be ashamed about is speaking my mind and defending myself. You could never, you could never make me feel bad for defending myself because that's what I had to do working at that job. Like I had to have my own damn back because nobody else in there was gonna speak up. Think about it. They didn't want to lose their jobs. So they wasn't finna goddamn defend me. So I was like, fuck it. I will defend me. I'm the only muscle I need, baby. I'm the only, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really am that. And I believe that I'm that. I move like I'm that and I speak like it too. So it's like, you can't intimidate me. You
yeah,
can't intimidate a boss. Been
you
here and done that. Thank you.
you definitely intimidated them. And I think that was the issue. Like, you wanted more for yourself than they wanted you to have. Like, you wanted more because you had the experience to do it. That's clearly why they saw you and wanted you. But then they're like, oh, like, she's gonna do this and some. Like, everyone's there for a different reason.
All right. So it has come the time to go ahead and wrap this up and conclude this. But like literally, me and Jocelyn just wanted to have some fun with y'all. She wanted y'all to see my personality, is what she wanted. She
And
wanted y'all to know the
honestly, I
real me.
feel
And
like
I'm not too opposed to that.
I'm so ready for Deja to get canceled. Kim, like, we need to get together and get her canceled. She's holding back a little
Why
bit
do you
more,
want that for
but
me though?
you said I might get canceled. So if you might get canceled, like I feel
I might.
like you're on the
I
edge.
might. Not
You're like
on
on
here.
that corner. You say it, but you like I might get canceled. It's like I'm gonna say it, but please, like I really like it's like saying something mean then giving them a compliment right after. Like you are like I don't really like that dress on you, but you're still pretty. Like you're like your back is big, but we love big backs these days. Like you
That's
nice.
because I'm still a supportive queen. I
You
still be
are
loving people.
you are nice.
You just know me. My mouth has absolutely no filter. That's why I might
Yes,
get canceled because the
that's
bitch talk shit. That's why.
that's yes. When you get comfortable and they
Not
meet,
even in a
I
bad way, but you know me. I'm always kidding.
I know, but when they meet who I know and the conversations we had on the phone, yeah, just wait for it, guys. Just wait on. But thank you so much for
Just
having.
wait. They might not ever get canceled.
They will.
Of
Um,
course. Thank you
or
for posing this
I will
trust land.
call into the show and complain.
And
Okay,
I'm going to answer like this. Okay? So stay tuned.
but thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
Thank you, Josh.